My name is ZULEIKA. I'm 34 years old. I was based in Randfontein, Johannesburg, Gauteng, and my own language is actually Afrikaans. My life before REMA, I was involved in numerous criminal activities. I was arrested a few times. I associated myself with all kinds of gang members, from the 26s to the 27s to the 28th.
Can you tell us a little bit what those numbers mean?
In South Africa, it's gangs associated with prison. So those members that I associate myself with, they were released from prison, but it was basically murderers, people involved in house robberies, business robberies. So it's very bad criminals. It's very dangerous people. So I ended up, just before I came to REMA, I was romantically involved with a 27 general, which almost cost me my life. I was cut with knives a few times, threatened with my life. I was even forced to write a suicide note to my daughter, where he would have murdered me. But then I grabbed my Bible and I opened up in Psalms 37 verse 5, which says, "Commit your life to the Lord and He will provide for you." And for some reason, he when I read that, he got calm and then he went to bed. So that's one of my best moments where God actually saved my life. So yeah.
Have you ever been in prison?
Yes, I was locked up a few times, from possession of suspected stolen goods to possession of drugs. GBH, which in South Africa it means GBH is gruesome bodily harm to a person for assaulting someone with a bottle. I was a horrible person. I broke into people's houses. My family were at a certain stage were so fed up with me and so scared that I'm going to steal the belongings that they worked very hard for, that they wouldn't even allow me into their houses. My mother's birthdays, I missed my grandmother's funeral, I missed all of those things, because I was so selfish when I was on drugs that I used every and any excuse that I had just to have an excuse for my behavior, to say that no, it's fine, to comfort myself. And even it resulted in me being raped. So in my own house, up until this day, I don't know who it was. I don't know how they got in it. I lost my child. Yeah.
So you think in your way of seeing, that this happens to most of the women in South Africa? Have you had other friends that are still the same? Is that the mindset that all the women have in here, that this is the kind of life a woman should have?
Those that's on drugs, definitely. It's you lose so much value of yourself that you attach yourself to any and every man that gives you a small sense of security, a small sense of danger. You feel like I can change this person, and instead of me wanting to live on the streets or end up in prostitution, I would date a man that, no matter how he would treat me, just because he would give me a house to live in or a place to live, which doesn't make it any better at the end of the day. That's how I also got involved in criminal activities. I don't want to go into the details of what I've done, because then maybe I can get arrested for it still. So, but yeah, I had a lot of people before I came to REMA.
So how did you find out about REMA, and what was your expectations?
5 years ago, actually, I was at REMA for an interview, and I decided the night before I would have came. I decided now, because I gave my interview, and then I went home to pack my things, and then the next day I would come, and instead of listening to my mother when she said, "Come to me, pack your bags, come to me, tomorrow morning we'll leave early," I said, "No, I just want one last night out with my friends. I promise I'll be here tomorrow morning." That night was the night I ended up being raped, because I didn't want to follow rules. I always wanted to make my own. And then when I started dating the gang member that I was with, I knew that he was going to kill me if I didn't make a change in my life. So I begged my mom to please send me back to REMA. This place has always been in the back of my mind. REMA has always been in the back of my mind, because I was there for the interview, and I knew that it wouldn't be a financial strain at the end of the day for my family. I feel like I've put them through enough. So I asked my mom to please find that place again. I couldn't remember the name, and then I came for my interview. My expectations was, I thought this was going to be a holiday. I thought it was going to be such a fun time. You just stay sober, and after a few months your family is convinced that you are clean. And then, to my biggest surprise, I actually found a new family at the end of the day. this is where I found God. This is where my salvation took place. Rima has really saved my life. And it's actually given me a platform where I can now save more people. I can help more people to find God, which is the only thing that still breaks my heart is to know that there's so many people that hasn't found God, that doesn't know who Jesus is, that doesn't experience that love and that peace that He gives us every day. It actually hurts me inside to think that people don't know that. So I will forever be thankful for Rima for giving me that I can experience it. So thank you. Okay.